Hello and welcome to another exciting video. In today's video, I will be creating a queuing ticketing system, a ticketing system that uses queuing, an enqueuing and dequeuing method to issue tickets along with a timestamp, uh, as well as a way to dequeue them using a serve next customer button. The Fetch API I created is used to interact with the server.js file. And yeah, let's get to it. We'll start here with the README. The tickets are generated at random intervals, so they all generate in one phase, and the process is neat. Uh, an array is used to store the tickets called ticket queue. The function customer arrives simulates a customer arriving, though I might have changed the name of that. Um, I created a for loop to generate the process of people getting tickets, and I used the shift method to move the tickets at the front of the array when it's called. The time and space complexity on this one was a little fun. The space is going to be linear space because the size increases proportionately to the size of the array. Um, Now for time, originally I was going to say it's big O1. I still don't know the verbiage of that. I need to work on that, but um, big O1 or O1, I guess you don't have to say big O, um, O1, which is going to be constant time. Uh, I believe it's, yeah, constant time. Um, Essentially the most efficient way possible. However, the dequeuing actually requires it pass through the array um, in a linear fashion. So it's actually linear space, um, half and half really. The enqueuing is going to be constant, but the dequeuing is linear. Um, this all started out really. I figured I was going to need like Node and Express because this is not something you're going to I wanted it to be cooler than like doing it in the uh, console or using like a DOM inspector or what have you. So I started off with the ticketing.js file. This is where the core of it lives. Um, Class ticket with a constructor. This ticket number and timestamp is used to provide information about the ticket that's going to be generated. So they created a class ticket. Uh, this is pretty little two-string here is used to just spiffy it up and give you, a little bit more information about the date and time the ticket was issued. Uh, const ticket queue creates an array that's used to hold the tickets, and then let ticket number one is used as a variable to keep track of the ticket number starting at 1 and going on there. Um, Customer arrives, I think I said that earlier. Uh, Creates a new ticket using const, new ticket, next ticket number, plus plus iterating through, ticket queue dot push. The top push method is used to add a new ticket to the end of the array there. So we use the dot push, and we use the toString to uh, show off a little bit of format there as well. Uh, to serve the actual customer, this part came a little bit later. First, I created just the queuing method, but function serve customer, you have the if and else statement here. Um, so if the queue length is obviously greater than 0, shift it to the array. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to shift it because it's 1. Um, and then you're going to just say now serving ticket number. And then you have the nice little backticks here. And here, or you just say nobody's in line, right? Uh, the for loop here sort of initiates everything and serve customer here. shows the queue decreasing. So that's ticketing JS. Now we need a server to run this whole thing on. So for that, I really use mainly like a boilerplate for this stuff, honestly. I'm sure there's a shortcut that I need to learn. I had to add app.use express static in addition to JSON middleware. The ticket logic lives here. And this is all in the back end, so we want to keep this outside of the public. Use the .get method here to view the current queue, and post method here to issue a new ticket. App.delete if ticket is more than 0, the queue shift. Otherwise, the queue is empty if it's all cleared up. So a little bit of logic there about how the enqueuing and dequeuing happens. And then just to start the server, here you have all that. Index HTML to give it a little bit of heart and soul. A lot of this I just kind of boilerplated as well. So that's why this is a pretty big index file. I mean, I consider this big, but we have some formatting and things like that I got some uh, boilerplating sort of help with, you might say. Let's see, where's the button? Where's the dequeuing button? Yeah, so this contains the buttons that have the enqueuing and dequeuing logic to them using the script. So a lot of stuff happening, a lot of JS in this HTML. Let's see, actually, script. Oh, I guess just one thing, actually, really. Um, but it's a big chunk of stuff here. So from line 30 to 60, we have just JavaScript. um, and then the client.js here on behalf of the user. Here you have the get element by ID, serve, sends the delete request, because there's no like database. That would be something completely different if you wanted to do that. It's just deleting it, and nobody knows, is none the wiser, or whatever. But anyway, you have a little bit of error handling, and there's like no tickets that'll tell you that. But let's put this thing to the test, and I have some test cases that I'm going to run. Give me a second to pull them up here. Where are my test cases? I'm not even going to pause it. Doing it all in one take. I hope I can. Okay, yep. All right, here we go. Now I just got to switch. I got a bunch of tabs open here. So boom and bop. And we already got some stuff happening here. So I'm not going to restart it here. I'm just going to do it from here. Got my test cases and my browser. Okay, let's go. So first, let's see what happens if we just do a sequential order. Make sure that it's not like jumbled or random or something. So right now we're on ticket 5, a little bit late. Next one comes in at a lot of ones there. Next one, 115, and then 16. So yeah, that's all in order based on 6 is the earliest, and then 8 is the latest. So that test passed. Now let's just remove one, or the first one in the test. It takes a second or two, but it updates the number, and it also removes it from the queue. And that's part of the reason we have the space complexity that we do, is because of a little backtracking there. It's got to iterate through all of them in the array. Uh, Now that also passes the FIFO test as well. So let's do a couple more here. I think that counts as three. I don't know, but let's see what happens if we do 10. Okay, yep, it works. Might want to clean this up here. Rapid fire works, and now what about rapid delete? Yep, that works too, and everything is updating. Um, Next one, what if we just get rid of all of them? Queue is empty, so it can't get rid of it anymore. It'll just tell you queue is empty. That test passes. And then we'll do the memory wipe test, I guess. So for this, I have to stop the node server, um, and then node, what is it, server.js. So now it's back up and running, and the queue string is empty. Eventually, we would need a database like I was talking about. Uh, I had to hit refresh there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.